46 and I'm fucked. It's really shocking, you know, because he's such a kind of, you think he'd be, you know, he looks good still, you know, but he's saying my heart, it's like, and that's, the film is very personal. I was talking to Anton about this earlier. It's a very personal film for me and the screenwriter, John Hodge, and about time and aging and masculinity. And so to do something personal like that, it was wonderful to have that personal relationship with Ewan McGregor again. Yeah, he's great, Benedict, and I have worked with him. With Johnny Lee Miller, of course, who's in, we did a play together, Frankenstein, and Johnny's in that as well, and they shared the top. Anyway. No, Benedict wouldn't be right for this particular film. He's a very different kind of actor, really, in a way. We did have Sony, who released the film. They did do focus groups before the film was made, even before we'd actually shot the film, asking people what they wanted from a sequel. And they said three things. They wanted all the actors to be, the four male actors to be the same actors again, but they couldn't replace any of them, so no place for Leonardo DiCaprio. They wanted Kelly MacDonald to be back in it, and they wanted the soundtrack to be as good as the first soundtrack. So that was, so no pressure there. None of them asked whether it would be the same director, so which is a great shame. There is an idea for 28 Days Later 3. I don't know whether I'd want to do it now after just having done a sequel, but there is an idea for it. It's not very far advanced yet, but we have started talking about that, yeah, for sure. I got briefly involved in Alien 4 a long time ago, but it was it was too much money. I'm not very good at making those huge films that cost an enormous amount of money, and you know, blockbusters, they're not really my cup of tea. That's an English expression we say, which is, it just doesn't suit me. I'd much prefer to make something smaller and more aggressive and adventurous about how it goes about achieving its impact on you. And so that's what I've always tried to do. Apart from The Beach, actually. The Beach was a big budget, and it didn't really suit me. It's just a personal thing. I operate better with a smaller group of people who I can evangelicize and make pregnant with the film, make them want to make the film together, rather than an army of people who you'll never get to know everybody's name because there's so many people involved. You know, credits on films these days, when you go to those movies, they've got 10 minutes of credits at the end of all the people who worked on the film. And how are you ever going to learn all those names? You just can't, you know, so it's always going to be more impersonal. Whereas I like to make them, I like the crew to feel like they're personally involved. I have to make it more palatable. But we deliberately took a small amount of money, more money than the first film, obviously, but so that we could keep control over it. And we did have, again, we had drug recovery groups working on the film with us. So in the scene in the club, the 1690 scene, where they sing "No More Catholics," "No More Catholics." That's an ironic scene, by the way. It's like not literally saying "No More Catholics." There were a lot of those people were from drug recovery groups who were helping us, and they love the films actually, although they do find them painful to watch as well.
Да, пожалуйста. Здравствуйте.